This message is for you. Don't skip this. Don't try to run from it. Don't think you can ignore it. God says, I am speaking directly to your heart now, and if you close this, you will lose the one chance that was placed before you to be awakened. This is not a coincidence. It is not an accident that you are reading this exact moment. It is not just a random word on a screen, it is the voice of God reaching into your life, calling you, pulling you, warning you, and preparing you. God says, your brother's hidden actions are not hidden from me. What he has done, what he has tried to bury in silence, what he has pretended never happened, has reached my throne. And I will not let this remain in the dark any longer. You thought you were blind to it, but your spirit has been restless because my spirit has been whispering to you. Now, it is uncovered. God says, this revelation will change everything. It will shake you. It will break illusions. It will feel like a storm hitting your soul. But do not be afraid of the storm, for it is I who send the wind. Do not fear the shaking, because I am the one who tears down false foundations so that only truth remains. Your brother's actions have caused pain. Your brother's actions have woven shadows. Your brother's actions have tried to silence the voice of righteousness. But I am the God who exposes. I am the God who reveals. I am the God who does not allow lies to stand forever. Don't take this lightly. Don't read these words as if they are just another warning. Don't skim through them as though you have time. God says, you don't understand the urgency. You think you have weeks, but you have only moments. You think you can turn to this later, but later will be too late. I am sending this message now because if you wait even a little, the door of understanding will shut. The revelation is being placed in front of you. If you walk away now, you walk away from the truth that will save you. If you ignore this, you ignore me. God says, do not be angry. Do not resist what is about to be shown. For my spirit will peel back the layers. My spirit will strip away the disguises. My spirit will make you see what you never saw. It will pierce your sleep. It will break the silence. It will turn your heart upside down. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, it will burn. Yes, it will bring tears. But the fire is not to destroy you, it is to purify you. You will learn what betrayal feels like. You will learn what deception looks like. But you will also learn how my hand rescues you out of webs you didn't even know you were entangled in. Don't tell this to anyone. God says, this word is private. This word is personal. This word is for you alone. If you speak it carelessly, if you share it with those who mock my voice, you will lose the purity of the message. Keep it close. Guard it. Meditate on it. Pray over it. For I am not giving this to the world, I am giving this to you. I am warning you before it comes to pass. I am showing you what others will only see too late. I am proving to you that I am the God who knows the secrets behind closed doors, the God who hears the conversations no one else hears, the God who sees what is buried under masks of kindness and brotherhood. God says, do not hate your brother. Do not destroy him with your own hands. Do not curse him. For vengeance is mine. The exposure is mine. The justice is mine. I am not telling you this so that you may wound him, I am telling you this so you may guard your heart, so you may open your eyes, so you may stand firm. I will deal with him. I will confront him. I will unravel him. Your part is to stay awake, to not be deceived, to not fall for the same disguise again. This message will continue. It is long. It is deep. It is urgent. God says, every line you read is another brick pulled from the wall of deception. Every sentence is another chain falling from your life. Do not skim. Do not rush. Read as though your spirit depends on it, for it does. Read as though your life depends on it, for it does. Read as though you were standing face to face with me, for in this word, I am face to face with you. It's over for you if you skip. God says, I am not sending this as a gentle whisper this time, I am sending it as a final notice. This is your moment of awakening. Your brother's hidden actions are being uncovered. Your life will change because of this revelation. Whether you are prepared or not, whether you are willing or not, the truth is rising like the dawn. And once the sun rises, no one can stop it. Do not stop now. Do not set this aside as if it is merely another notification. God says, lean in. Stay with me. Listen with the part of you that cannot be told lies. The next truth will cut deeper, and you must be awake to receive it. This is not an ordinary unfolding, this is a dismantling of carefully built untruths. I am taking apart the script that has been read to you for years. I am rewriting the scenes where you were made to doubt your instincts, where you were told to forgive without clarity, where your tenderness was used as currency. God says, you were given a heart that notices small things. You were given a spirit that remembers what words were whispered and what promises were broken. That memory is not your enemy. It is your compass. Do not let the world call your memory bitterness. Do not let shame silence the part of you that has always known something was off. The feeling in your chest, the small alarm that woke you in the night, that is me knocking. Answer. You will begin to see patterns where once there was only randomness. Faces will line up with stories. Conversations that were neat and tidy will appear ragged when held to the light. What seemed like coincidence will show itself as a careful arrangement. God says, when the pattern appears, do not be surprised. Rather, do not be shaken beyond what is needed. Know that seeing is the first step toward being freed. Knowledge is not cruelty, it is liberation. God says, prepare your words. Prepare your boundaries. You will not be called immediately to expose. You will be called to guard. You will be called to stand in truth without being consumed by it. There is a strength that looks like quiet. It is not silence from fear but silence from sovereignty. Use it. Save your voice for what saves your soul. Do not let the enemy make you an instrument of shame. Allow me to judge, allow me to sift. Your role is to remain whole, to protect the good parts of your life from being dragged into chaos. Do not let pity make you blind. God says, pity is tender, but pity without truth is ruinous. You may have loved this person with everything you had. You may have carried their burdens like your own. That love does not vanish because truth comes. But love without discernment will hand you more pain. Love wisely, not by soft denial, but by firm eyes. You will want to run to friends. You will want to shout into the streets. God says, do not scatter the revelation like seeds on barren ground. Share it with those who will stand like pillars, not those who will break into gossip. Let the circle be small and of iron, people whose loyalty is to righteousness, not to comfort. If you must speak, speak in care, not in accusation. Speak from the center of your wounds, not from the edges of spectacle. There will be nights when you feel exposed. There will be sickness in your bones. God says, I am with you in every night. I lie down beside you like a shepherd who will not leave the field. The shaking in your hands, the dryness in your throat, I know them. Do not try to meet this alone. Call on me as if your breath depends on it, because it does. Call on me in the middle of the storm and I will be your shelter. Call on me when you cannot put a sentence together and I will give you words shaped like armor. Do not hate. God says, hatred will make you look like what you are fleeing. Revenge will teach you nothing but how to carry poison. If justice comes, let it be a clean unveiling, not a mirror that makes you the same. If you must confront, confront for truth's sake, not to hurt. If you must part, part with dignity. If you must press charges, press them with a steady hand and clear intent. Let every action be a testimony to the light that is being restored in you. There will be those who will mock and those who will try to twist your heart into a weapon against yourself. God says, when they mock, know their mockery cannot change what is true. When they twist, do not allow their twisting to change your axis. Stand in the center of what you know. If people turn away from you, let them. If doors close, those doors are not yours to keep. The important doors, those that lead to life, will open. God says, there will be consequences that you cannot yet see. There will be consequences that are merciful and consequences that are corrective. Some relationships will thin and some will break. Some reputations will fall like cracked pottery. This is not simply punishment, it is pruning. What is pruned will yield stronger roots in the seasons ahead. The pain now is the shaping of a person who will not be easily deceived again. Do not run from question. God says, ask the questions that keep you up at night. Ask the questions to yourself as well as to others. Where did your blindness begin? Were there places you refused to look? Be brave enough to take responsibility where it belongs, and be honest where you were misled. There is wisdom in asking. There is healing in answering with the courage of one who wants to remain whole. You will be tempted to write dramatic endings, to paint scenes brighter than they were, to invent reconciliation in order to relieve the ache. God says, do not falsify your ending just to spare the moment. Let endings be honest. Let them be slow when they must and swift when they should. An honest ending is the only place a new beginning can grow. Do not trade tomorrow's peace for today's fever. This next section of the message will be practical. God says, listen for steps. First, gather truth. Second, gather witnesses. Third, secure what is yours, documents, messages, proof. Fourth, protect your peace, sleep, pray, tether yourself to people who will not exploit your story. Fifth, decide on the path, restore, confront, or release. Sixth, walk the path without shame. You will not be abandoned for choosing well. Do not call this a burden. God says, it is a responsibility, not a weight to be crushed by, but a stewardship to be handled with care. You were placed into this moment not by accident but by design. There is a reason you are the one who is being told. There is a reason you are waking now. Rise to it. God says, you are not to be hurried into decisions by the noise of others. Move deliberately. Let each step be measured by prayer and clarity, not by the pulse of outrage. I will give you timing, do not steal it from circumstance. There is a season for exposing and a season for binding up wounds. You will know the difference because I will steady your hands when it is time to act and still them when it is not. Listen now, there will be voices that urge you to sudden drama, legal threats, viral posts, whispered counsel that feeds the hunger for spectacle. They are not your shepherds. Do not mistake loudness for truth. Truth is patient and precise. Truth brings evidence, not just emotion. Truth restores what can be restored and releases what must be released. Befriend patience as if it were a weapon. It will protect you from mistakes that seem small but break what remains. God says, protect your mind. The enemy will offer 1,000 reasons to rewind every memory and inject poison into what you thought you knew. When those thoughts come, do not let them become a drum that beats you into despair. Replace the drumbeat with a song of remembrance, the facts you know, the witnesses you trust, the prayers you have uttered. Faith is not the absence of doubt, it is the refusal to let doubt become a prison. Hear this: forgiveness is a road that you may one day walk, but it is not the first step. Forgiveness without clarity will be a shallow thing that returns like a tide to drown you again. If forgiveness is to be real, it must be informed. Let truth and accountability pave the way for forgiveness that is free and not coerced. Do not allow anyone to shame you into forgiving as an escape from accountability. God says, keep your hands out of hidden places. Do not conceal what you find for the sake of appearances. Secrecy breeds repetition. If you discover betrayal, handle it with measured revelation, not to shame for show, but to prevent further harm. Use discretion like a lamp that reveals only enough to save what remains in the dark. Let righteousness guide your exposure, not revenge. You will find allies in unexpected places. God says, some who have been quiet in the past will step forward. Some who you expected to stand will falter. Accept help where it is offered honestly, decline it where strings are attached. Wisdom will look like counsel that brings you back to yourself, not counsel that rewrites your heart to match someone else's agenda. Those who love you rightly will help you keep your soul intact. God says, there will be legalities and logistics. Attend to them. Keep records. Preserve messages and receipts. If you need counsel, seek counsel that values your whole life and not just the scandal. Choose those who can speak both to law and to heart. A wise counselor will not only tell you what you can do but what you should do to preserve your life after the noise settles. Do not be ashamed of tears. God says, tears are not failure. They are currency of the soul that buys space to breathe. Allow them. Let them cleanse where words cannot. Cry privately, cry with the right hands, cry until your chest loosens. Do not perform grief, enter it honestly and let it reshape you into someone who will be more tender and more just. God says, there will be restoration in seasons. Some things will be returned, trust rebuilt slowly, respect regained through humility and consistent action. Other things will be irrevocably changed. Accept both. Receive restoration where it is genuine and release what is counterfeit. Know that restoration is not a single event but a collection of faithful days. You must guard your mouth. God says, there is power in what you say after revelation. Speak to heal, not to wound. Speak to clarify, not to confuse. If you must bear witness, do it with facts, not with rhetoric meant to inflame. Let your testimony be a light, not a torch for burning. Present what you know, refuse to speculate, and allow the authorities of truth to weigh the rest. God says, you will be tempted to rewrite history in your head so that you are the only martyr of the story. Resist that temptation. The truth of you is broader than the hurt. Remember the kindnesses, the small mercies, the good that was present even amid the harm. Hold both realities, the beauty that existed and the betrayal that now must be reckoned with. This is how you keep your soul from becoming two things at once, furious and empty. Finally, God says, there is a promise that outlasts exposure, a remaking. When the dust settles, you will be different, not diminished but refined. You will carry scars as maps of survival, not as trophies of victimhood. You will speak differently, love differently, and protect differently. That is my work in you, turning what was meant to destroy into the foundation for deeper life.